Just one more reading, The Way of Chan, Essential Texts. Typical of Chan teachers, Bodhidharma used some Buddhist terminology in his attempt to engage people trained in conventional Buddhism. Rather than advocating conventional Buddhism, he in fact consistently dismantles it. Chan, here at his official beginning as roughly anti-Buddhist. This begins in the legendary encounter with the Emperor, when he dismisses conventional Buddhist practice and knowledge, and it continues in Bodhidharma's teachings where he replaces the distant God, Buddha, with mind or original nature as the objective of Chan cultivation. Further, he condemns traditional practices, the six paramitas, for example, in social learning. Describes the purpose of practices as entering way, or defines karma in Taoist terms as way unfurling one fact following inevitably after another, effectively replaces Almahaya in a great vehicle. Teaching with his own wild and anti-Buddhist teachings when he titles his essay Outline of the Great Vehicle for Entering Way, and it hardly stops with these examples. Bodhidharma's awakened Dharma is perhaps nowhere so clear as in the small poem we encounter in the general introduction, a separate transmission outside all teaching and nowhere found in the Locant scriptures. It's simply pointing directly at mind. That seeing original nature, you became Buddha. This is the archetypal distillation of Chan's essential elements, each line expressing one of its key ideas. Here, Bodhidharma establishes the terms of Chan's awakening when he calls it seeing original nature, when original nature is synonymous with mind or empty, consciousness emptied and out of content. This phrase was codified as a single term, Chien Tsing, Kensho, that became one of the two primary terms meaning enlightenment or awakening in the Chan lexicon. This is Bodhidharma's core teaching of radical self-sufficiency and wonder that awakening is simply seeing the true nature of your own mind, that you're always already an enlightened Buddha and have no need to search elsewhere for enlightenment or Buddhahood. Or in more contemporary terms, that is original nature as empty mind, is your self-stunning locale. In the topography of the cosmos, a place where the cosmos is miraculously open to itself, aware of itself, radically and radically exhilarating. Bodhidharma's great innovation may be that he completed the reconfiguration of what was primarily a philosophical system, Taoism, into a system of spiritual practice, Chan. And he established the historical structure through which practice and awakening could be transmitted through timeless tradition. Xie Ling Mun declared that insight and awakening have nothing to do with words and teachings. Bodhidharma extended this central Chan principle, fashioning it in a tradition without an essence tradition. He declared Chan is transmitted directly mind to mind and outside of all teaching and texts. He represents the first teacher operating in that tradition. In legend, we receive a transmission through the line of Indian patriarchs stretching back to the first transmission where Buddha held up a flower and Mahakasyapa smiled. Through the facts remain shadowy, it's clear and more accurate to say that direct transmission began with Bodhidharma's mind-to-mind transmission to Prajna prospect. We call the second patriarch, it is retold 700 years later as a Sangha case one in the Great No Gate Getaway collection. Bodhidharma sat facing a wall. The second patriarch stood outside in the snow. To prove his determined sincerity, he cut off his arm and presented it to Bodhidharma, then said, "Your disciple's mind is not yet silent. Please, Master, silence this mind." "Bring your mind here," replied Bodhidharma, "and then we'll silence it for you. I've searched and searched, but I can't find my mind. There you see, I've silenced your mind too and true." The Way of Chan, one more reading.